All right, did we get it to work now? Okay. Well, I'm thoroughly embarrassed by that. A robot messing up the audio. Goodness gracious. Well, you could see what I was doing the first section of this video. Now we're to the part where it gets good and you can actually hear what I'm doing. I mean, you should be able to hear what I'm doing now. Okay. So if you didn't know what we were doing before by what you were seeing, uh, I'll explain it really quick. I recorded 4 takes of a verse and a chorus. Um, there it is. There it is. Thank you, Rachel, for helping me out there. So, uh, so there's 4 different takes that I've done. They all sound terrible, but we're gonna process those vocals. So you can get an idea of what the vocals should sound like and the song so far, but you can see that each section, each of the different takes, I selected the part I wanted to bring up to the main track. And that's when you hit enter, that will bring that section up. Obviously Control Z will reverse whatever you did, but you can also show this by hitting Control Alt U in Ableton, and that'll like minimize or maximize the take lanes. When you like loop a recording and you're singing over and over again, then that will record the whole. That'll record a new, like if I have this section looped up here. Sorry, I'm trying to explain a bunch of things I already explained, but I apologize. Like if I have, whoops, if I have the loop over here, and I'm looping, then every time I record and it gets to the end, then it will start recording again and it'll do a whole new take lane. And if you have this open and you just record over it anyways, like if I just hit record right now and have this here, then you will see that there is a new take lane made from that. So I'm going to delete that as well. But this is what we got so far.
I see your face, a bright present distance. And I hear your voice all around. You're inches from my eyes, your skin beneath my hands. I could swear you're here with me, breaking down reality. So I'm gonna let go, gonna let go for us.
So that's what I've selected so far. I've just been listening to the different takes and selecting which ones I like.
I'm gonna let go, gonna let go for us. I'm gonna let go, gonna let go for us.
Katy Perry needs to step down from that wonderful sound.
I'm gonna let go, gonna let go for us.
That's pretty nice. Let's try that one. Hit enter, it brings it up to the main track. And then let's listen to the end here.
Spacewalk, spacewalk.
Ooh, that's nice. It's got that little ASMR-y sound at the end. The high end.
On a spacewalk, spacewalk.
I like that second one the most, for sure. So let's bring that in, select the parts that we want, leave out the parts we don't, all that fun jazz. And we'll get rid of that. Cool. So now we've kind of got a vocal track that works. It's something that we like. What we're going to do now is we're going to bring in a tool called Melodyne, Other people might use auto-tune. There's a bunch of free options out there for this as well, but Melodyne lets you kind of get into the nitty-gritty. And I'm going to change this to my screen so you can see what I do in Melodyne. So that should work. Cool. So now I'm going to bring Melodyne in right here. Actually, one thing I'm going to do first is I'm going to combine all of this by hitting Control J, just consolidated that entire track. And I'm going to duplicate the track so we can mess around with it. I'm going to delete all these other lanes on the second track too, so because we don't need those. I'm going to collapse this guy and turn it off. So we can put things that I put things that I don't generally use at the very bottom, and minimize them so that they're not showing up a bunch. And I'm going to drop Melodyne onto this new track. Ba-ba-ba-da. Give it a sec to load. And here we go. So you should be able to see it now. And just want to confirm that. Yeah, you can. Perfect. So what Melodyne is going to do is it's going to record the audio when we play it. So I'm going to hit this transfer button in Melodyne, and then I'm going to hit play. And you can see it's recording the vocal data.
A bright present distance.
You can see it's recording the vocal data while it's going along, and then it'll assign the notes.
And I hear your voice all around. You're inches from my eyes, your skin beneath my hands. I could swear you're here with me, breaking down reality. So I'm gonna let go. Gonna let go for us. I'm gonna let go. Gonna let go for us. Spacewalk.
Cool, we stop it, and then you can see Melodyne's already assigning notes. It is pretty dang effective at doing its job. Then we're gonna zoom out a little bit, and you can see, I mean, on the left here, you can see that these are all different notes, just like a regular piano roll type thing. But the notes, you can see the tone change throughout the notes. So this is like warble or vibrato if you're a good singer, but for someone like myself, it's vibrato. So, or it's warble, excuse me. So what we can do, first of all, right off the bat, is to just clean things up a bit. We're going to make louder notes a little quieter, and we're going to make quiet notes a lot louder. We're going to, I don't want to mess with the timing too much. I'll turn it up just a little bit. The timing on this program can kind of be a little funky. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we have some weird timings going on in the arpeggio, and some of the vocals line up with that, so we're not going to do anything with the timing. The pitch center and the pitch drift. This, when I first found this, for a singer, a crappy singer like me, this can make a huge difference. This can make, I mean, if you can see what it's doing here below. It's shifting each pitch so that it's centered completely on a note instead of like above it or below it, a little sharp or a little flat. It's going to bring it right to the center. So shift it, and we're going to on the center, you can see that it is going to take like one of these lines, that the warble that I was talking about, and it's going to kind of bring it into alignment. Okay, so we can actually turn these down and stuff. It's not like it's applied and then it's done. So we're gonna hit OK and see how it sounds now.
I see your face, a bright present distance.
Sounds a little better. one of the other things that you can do in Melodyne is you can select everything and then you can double click and it'll like really lock things into place.
I see your face, a bright present distance.
So we're going to go ahead and fix a couple of the ones that sound terrible. I prefer really electronic sounds. Not really electronic, but
Bright.
and also Melodyne makes some of the funniest sounds when you're adjusting pitches. I prefer a pretty electronic sound though. I don't mind the auto-tune sound. So we're gonna kind of go to the middle ground between that and like a pure vocal.
I see.
So already we can kind of adjust.
see.
Oh shoot! I need to select just one
I
note.
see. I see your face, a bright present distance. I see your face, a bright present.
So this note you can see is not on the key. It's gonna be that bright instead of the. Oh, you get that's not gonna sound good to you guys at all. I mean, here where it was before. Let's get it to the right. We're at 36.
Bright present.
Come on. Oh, dang it. Ah, dang it. Dang it, Bobby. Well, this is just kind of turning into a fail. That is probably one of the most annoying things about Melodyne is anything that you do inside of the program, you can like Control Z and stuff like that, but anything that you do in Ableton is separate. So I hit Control Z trying to get something removed that I had done, and it deleted all that I had added Melodyne to the project. So we're going to re-record it really quick. Since we've already done it, I'm going to do it really quick. Whoops, not that one.
I see your face, a bright present distance. And I hear your voice all around. You're inches from my eyes, your skin beneath my hands. I could swear you're here with me, breaking down reality. So I'm gonna let go, gonna let go for us. I'm gonna let go, gonna let go for us. Spacewalk.
Okay, we're going to try this again real quick. Control A, select all. We're going to double click. Try that again. Control A, select all, double click, and it'll assign everything really firmly to each note. We will change the pitch drift to like 75%. The pitch center sent to 100 because we just did that double click thing. And then we're going to make louder notes quieter and quieter notes louder. You know, this is probably going to be my last absolutely terrible stream. Because I'm going to make sure none of the crap that happened this stream ever happens again. So I'm going to save this project file, first of all. So now if I really F up again, this will all be saved on there. Okay, so now, just in the essence of, for the sake of time, I'm going to take this, well, I'm going to listen to it one time and try to correct anything really quickly that I hear. And then we will just move it into the actual processing bit, so you guys can see what I do on my vocals there. off.
In just inches from my eyes, your skin beneath my hands. I could swear you're here with me, breaking down reality. So I'm gonna let go, gonna let go for us. I'm gonna let go, gonna let go for us. Spacewalk. Spacewalk.
Just want to make sure that S didn't get taken out for that clip. And I'm just going to go across the board. Actually, I'm just going to do Control A. And I'm going to get the pitch modulation tool, and I'm going to
Go.
make things even more auto-tuny. Because I like the way the song feels, but it just needs a little bit more robotic feel. I mean, it's a Stasis Stigma song, so.
I see your face, a bright present distance.
Yeah, that's a.
And I hear your voice. You're inches from my eyes, your skin beneath my hands. I could swear you're here with me, breaking down reality. So I'm gonna let go, gonna let go for us.
Sounds pretty good.
I'm gonna let go, gonna let go for us. Spacewalk.
Cool. Cool beans. So now we are going to right click on this track. We're going to, I'm going to duplicate it again really quick. Duplicate, minimize, turn it off, bring it to the bottom.
I see your face.
Okay, it sounds good. We're going to right click. We're going to freeze this track. So what that's doing now is that takes all of the data that's saved here on the track itself, all the effects, and it locks everything into place. So that Melodyne change we've made, it is now locked and it doesn't need to process again if it's going live. And the nice thing about this is now we can flatten that track and we have the new data. So we're going to take that and we're going to put it onto my saved vocal template that I've made. And I'm going to turn everything off here. And we'll turn it on one by one, and you can hear the difference on why I have this template in place. You can save any template if you just grab it and drop it onto the user library, and it'll ask you, or you can name it right then, but that's a really, really smart thing to do while you're producing.
I see your face.
So the first thing that I like to do is subtractive EQing, which means I have these two notches right here that are bringing down the volume. These tend to be harsher volumes when I sing. So we're going to solo with me on there too, but it's like you can still hear my voice. But let's play this, and I'm going to, the way that I find the volumes that are harshest is I boost them until, so it sounds terrible, but I find it where it's just like really harsh, and then I drop it down from right there. So we can actually set these gains to maybe like 5 dB. So it's going to be boosted up, maybe even higher, like an 8. And then this guy we're going to turn off for a sec. So we're going to find probably 2 frequencies that are harsh.
I see your face, a bright present distance.
Oh, that sounds nasty right there.
Hear your voice from all around. From my eyes, your skin beneath my hands. I could swear you're here with me, breaking
sounds more pleasant
down
right there.
reality.
That sounds muddy.
So I'm gonna let go, gonna let go. You're inches from my eyes.
So that's going to be
your
one that we're
skin
going to
beneath
bring
my
down.
hands. I could swear you're here.
We'll take this other one here. Oh dear, the Q on this is so... The Q is how intense the notch is. Let's bring that up to like 2.5. There we go. You can't have like a really wide Q when you're doing this because it will get a lot of frequencies and you're just looking for a specific frequency. I like how we're getting like... I don't know if those are website spams or what's going on there, but fun times. I wouldn't click on anything in the comments.
You're inches from my eyes, your skin beneath my hands.
It sounds like a box right there.
You're inches from my eyes, your skin beneath my
sounds like it's in a
hands.
tube.
I could swear you're here with me, breaking down
That one, I did not like
reality.
that sound right there.
So I'm gonna let go.
So we're gonna make it pretty subtle.
Gonna let go.
Chop it out.
For us.
I mean, that's only -3 dB just for that
Inches
small
from
section.
my eyes. You're inches from my
That's off.
eyes. Your skin beneath my
It
hands.
sounds a little bit cleaner, which is really important. Next, we're going to add the de-esser because I want to get things done here for you guys. The de-esser is what I got from Ovox, and it is excellent. It is also set to a preset. I think it's just the male S preset, and then you mess around with this threshold just a little bit.
You're inches from my eyes.
So
Your
we need to raise it a
skin
little bit.
beneath my hands. I could swear you're here with me, breaking down reality. So
And it's just a frequency-specific compressor that really targets the S, because you don't want that inches from...
you're inches from my...
So just kind of cuts that down a little bit, makes it not as intense. The next thing I do is a noise gate, which gets rid of, like, it doesn't let sound pass through if it's a really low volume.
You're inches from my eyes, your skin beneath my hands. I could swear you're here with me.
Let's see if there's other
I
artifacts.
see your face, a bright present distance.
Yeah, that'll work. All right, next thing. Also, the gate is built into Ableton. The EQ8 is built into Ableton. The saturation knob is a free plugin. I think it's from Sound Toys, and it is wonderful. So I have it at about 9 o'clock here, and it's just going to add some robustness to the vocals.
See your face,
Flip it on.
a bright present distance.
It just adds some crunch. And next thing is going to be this compressor.
Inches from my eyes, your skin beneath my...
Now you can tell that saturation, you can tell its presence a little bit more. And a lot of people, when they first start producing, might be like, oh, I don't want it to sound fuzzy. Like, it sounds fuzzy right now.
Inches from my eyes.
But when you add it back with the rest of the music, it is not going to be apparent that it's fuzzy.
Inches from my eyes, your skin beneath my hands. I could swear you're here with me.
Okay, maybe a little apparent. Let's turn this down just a little bit. Turn this up just a little bit.
I see your face, a bright present distance. You're inches from my eyes, your skin beneath my hands. I could swear you're here with me, breaking down reality. So I'm gonna let go.
Yeah, we still got a little too much saturation going on.
I see your face, a bright present distance.
This compressor might be a little hot too. Let's see. Lower it.
And I hear your voice.
That sounds pretty nice and clear. Okay, the next thing is Fresh Air, also a free plugin. And it is excellent. I have I just use this preset, Presence Pop, which is great most of the time.
Inches from my eyes, your skin beneath my hands. I could swear you're here with me, breaking down reality. So I'm gonna let go.
And all of a sudden you can hear the vocals. Let's add some delay.
I see your face.
Another free plugin, Baby Come Back. It's excellent.
I see your face.
It's just set to some settings that I like. I like the saucy, and I love the ping pong setting on this. If you first just start using it, the feedback's always too high, and the ducker needs to be turned usually a little bit, and the wet needs to be turned way down if you're doing this on vocals to get to like that 28 or 25%.
I see your face, a bright present distance.
So we've got it really present, really front and center. I wish I could have taken a little bit more time on the Melodyne. I'll have to do that later. But knowing kind of where these settings need to be on this is going to be helpful. The Convolution Reverb Pro is, I've been using Ableton for years. I didn't even know about this. It's in the full studio version of Ableton, and it's in Max for Live, right here over on the left. And you can just type in at the top, reverb, and it'll bring up Convolution Reverb Pro. You can mess with the settings on this, but it is excellent. It is way better than the stock reverb in Ableton.
See your face, a bright present distance. You're inches from my eyes, your skin beneath my hands. I could swear you're here with me, breaking down reality. So I'm gonna let go, gonna let go for us.
The utility is not doing anything on this channel. Just so you can see the difference here, I'm going to turn all these off. Actually, I wonder if I can hit Control E. Yeah, I can. Turn them all off.
I see your face, a bright present distance. I see your face, a bright present distance.
It just adds so much of that etherealness that I like to have in my music. That's going to be everything for today. Love you guys. Thanks for hopping on. Sorry again for the freaking terrible technical issues. But love you all. Hope you have a wonderful new year, and see you in